Going above and beyond with Beyond Meat. In the midst of regular scientific breakthroughs, there have been major accomplishments and progresses within the plant-based alternative sectors of food production. One major company pushing the industry forward is that of the Beyond Meat products. The company manufactures many products in a plant-based form alternative for those that seek to try something new and different from regular meat-based foods, in some examples such as meatballs, sausages, and burgers. The Beyond Meat products resemble regular beef products almost identically, that it can be somewhat hard to notice the difference between the two. Packed inside the Beyond Meat products, you can find a variety of different proteins, fats, and carbohydrates that make it convincingly similar to meat in terms of taste and texture. Some proteins include that of peas, mung bean, fava bean, and brown rice. Some fats include cocoa butter, coconut oil, and expeller pressed canola oil. And some carbohydrates include that of potato starch and methyl cellulose, which is a plant fiber derivative for texture. Now let's dive deeper into how Beyond Meat compares to its competitor of real meat. We are going to compare these two in terms of cost, methods of production, nutritional content, and health effects. Now in terms of cost for the two products, 1 pound of factory farmed beef burgers is about $2.80 per pound, and about $6.25 per pound for the Beyond Meat burgers. Beyond Meat burgers are approximately 2 times the price of regular store-bought burgers. Now for methods of production. Beyond Meat says they use a simple process of heating, cooling, and pressure to create the fibrous texture of the meat and layer in plant-based fats, binders, flavors, and colors. Regular meat, on the other hand, follows a process as such. Livestock are fed regularly and also receive various hormones to enhance growth abilities. This in turn renders the animals to grow faster and be ready for slaughter to gather the meat. It is then shipped to local retailers to be ground or used for other purposes. Looking at nutritional content, we see that the Beyond Meat burger has about 250 calories, compared to the 240 calories in regular lean ground beef. Beyond Meat contains about 80 milligrams less of cholesterol, so about 0 milligrams. However, the Beyond Meat contains almost 4 times as much sodium in comparison to regular lean ground beef. This plant-based alternative also has some health effects. As mentioned previously, the Beyond Meat products contain much to no cholesterol and less saturated fats when compared to regular beef products. Cholesterol is a common fat within our body, needed to make hormones and aids in digesting many different foods. Cholesterol is contained within meats, and when not eaten in moderation within the diet, there can be often fatal effects. When cholesterol is high within your body, there comes a greater risk of developing complications such as a heart attack or stroke, along with many other cardiovascular diseases. So now we know Beyond Meat has essentially no cholesterol. So what is it in Beyond Meat that makes it taste so good? The main reason the Beyond Meat products are so successful is because of its seamless and identical taste to regular meat products, which has attracted masses of customers. However, to get this taste, the products are hyper-processed, which means they include unhealthy levels of added sugar, sodium, and fat. These ingredients make the food we eat taste better, but too much of them leads to serious health issues, as mentioned previously. So what are some alternative options here? These include cooking at home or growing your own plant-based products to make your own delicious meals right at home, bringing your food from the soil to the table.
Even though meat alternatives have a few limitations, there is no question that it offers great benefits to the environment. The major problem of the modern age is climate change and global warming, mainly through waste production and greenhouse gas production, and meat alternatives like the Beyond Meat products can offer a change. In terms of greenhouse gases released, after CO2, methane gas is released in the most abundance. Methane gas is released from animals and livestock in a great amount. 86.6 million tons of methane gas is released on an annual basis, and this only includes animals and livestock. This leads to global warming, which affects other systems such as the food, water, and energy NEXUS system. The NEXUS system allows for a sustainable and balanced life in the world, which uses each component to ultimately produce an equilibrium which allows for efficient crop growth and renewable energy production. The NEXUS system is pretty efficient. It utilizes food, water, and energy. Water is used to grow crops on farms and produce renewable energy. That food transports water and then produces more energy. Then that energy is used again to reproduce food and so on. This is an endless cycle and works efficiently when it's balanced equally. However, with increased meat consumption, we require more land for cattle and livestock to occupy and maintain. This produces an imbalance in this NEXUS system, which leads to further stress on the environment and also negatively affects the other two NEXUS links, which can be detrimental overall. This is where the meat alternatives come in to help. It has been shown that from cradle to distribution, Beyond Burgers, Impossible Meat, and other meat alternatives generates 90% less greenhouse gas emissions and requires 46% less energy, 99% less water, and 93% less land compared to a quarter pound of meat. Overall, research shows that meat alternatives are the way to go if you want to reduce climate change and push for a sustainable future. Meat alternatives are on the rise, with scientific evidence showing its nutritional, health, and environmental benefits. More and more people are trying out these products and adding them into their diets occasionally. However, there are limitations for these products to fully become a norm in our society. With its high pricing in the market, highly processed aspect, and possible health effects, many do question it and often ignore it. However, one thing is for sure. Meat alternative products such as Beyond Meat, Impossible Meat, and other meat alternatives do help in the reduction of greenhouse gases and put less stress on the food, water, and energy nexus system. Overall, there are many positives and negatives to meat alternatives, and more research is definitely needed in order to convince everyone whether these products should be adapted into our diets. So next time you go out, what will you eat?